Do you think this VOD is going on the Clips channel? Everyone say hi to the editor right now. Hi. Hello, James. Stop sending messages to the editor. Place for a blowout? My bedroom? Oh, doesn't fit. I need to read more books and less chat messages. That's what I think every time I do one of these crosswords. What is a formal decree? It's right on the tip of my tongue, brother. Formal decree, 1 down, dear sir or madam. Write to you regarding your car's extended warranty. Edict. Most Valorant players are like, that's what happened to me last Thursday night. Am I right? Or something? I don't know anything about e-dating. Is that a term? I regret making the joke. Guys, let's just talk about like novels or something. Are people actually e-dating on like Valorant and shit? Somebody said to me the best dating app is the League of Legends client, and it's like the oxymoronicness of that phrase is breaking my brain, dude. Yes? That's wild. I've only ever been called slurs in online games, straight up. Is my voice not cute? Like, what is it, bro? Why was nobody trying to e-date me when I was playing Valorant? Maybe you should hit more headshots? Not gonna lie, that was probably it. No one sees 4, 11, and 3 and is like, wow, I want that, man. That's fucked up, guys. I guess the fact that people are like flirting and dating on like online games shouldn't be that surprising to me. But GitHub? That one, I'm not gonna lie, that one did take me by surprise. I mean, whatever works for you, like whatever you're into, but I guess if you want to find someone else who's into like that stuff, you could message them and be like, hey, you want to pull my something until I commit or some shit like that? The absolute desperation to be flirting on GitHub. I was thinking maybe it was desperate, but I don't know. Like if you're really into a thing and you want to meet someone else who's into that thing, I think it actually kind of makes sense. If you're really into guys who like hit headshots and then heal you as Sage, I guess if that's what you're looking for, then you could find him there. I got her leaving comments on my Steam profile. Can you imagine? That's how I met your mother. When she left a comment under my review of Karen's Sex Dungeon 3, I knew she was the one. How many children right now are being raised by couples that met up in WoW RP servers? There's WoW RP servers? Oh my fucking god, dude. You know what? Theater kids are the kinky ones, aren't they? Because somebody earlier said that BSDM is just kind of like acting, where you have set roles and you like basically have lines and then like a little improv between that. It's all these motherfuckers who are like into Lin-Manuel Miranda and shit. Like I feel like you go over to like a goth girl's house and she's got like a framed picture of a cat that says hang in there. You meet up, you go home with the chick that you met at the after party of Newsies. She's got like a fucking leather dungeon. So you? It sounds like a lot of rent, gonna be honest. BSD, oh yeah, I always say that wrong. That's how you know I'm not freaky. I pronounce the fucking acronym wrong. I call it BSDM. I sound like your grandma trying to keep up. What's that K-pop band you like? BSDM? No, it's BTS, grandma. Right. So many new bands these days. Slide into my BSDMs. So fucking dumb. Bro practiced so he could seem normal. I think it's pretty normal to be into kinky shit. Straight up. Like, I think that society is only just kind of getting to a place where you could like feel less shame about that stuff. I feel like if you're like, bro, I'm only about that vanilla missionary sex, you might actually be in the minority in certain areas. If she introduces you to a cat that's named after a Shakespeare character, you know you're about to be hospitalized. Okay, sorry. I need to read this. One time a guy quote tweeted a Burger King footledded related post. Turns out his entire account is dedicated to tiny-sized ant men being stepped on by big men. Respect for finding the joy in BKFL that I never could. I have heard that the fetish dudes on Twitter who are really into like giantess women make really classy edits. Like I've heard that if you want anybody to be like making weird edits of your photos, it's those guys. Because they'll just put you in like a nice dress and then have you walking into a city 700 feet tall. You've heard? Yeah, I literally saw a person saying like I get sexualized by all types of weirdos online, but by far my favorite group is the giantess fetishes because all they ever do is take a picture of me, make it look nice, and then make me look 600 feet tall. And I'm like, that is pretty funny. Like I wouldn't be offended if someone made me like a giant and was like, oh boy, you're gonna step on the city. I'd be like, cool, bro. You know, I'm like, whatever, that sounds fun. Is that an invitation? No. I heard if you gift Aspecticor 10 subs, he will put on heels and step on a framed picture of you. I mean, not gonna lie, for 10 subs, I would put on heels, but I don't own them, so. Shucks. I'm not that tall. I don't need the expectations to be any higher. You know what I'm saying? 5'6", gang. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why I reacted like that. That's so mean, dude. I'm 5'9". I don't know why I acted like you said you had like cystic fibrosis diagnosis. You're just 5'6". That's not even that short. And even if you are shorter, that's okay. I was talking to my friend about radio. Because remember the other day how I said, dude, there's nobody that listens to the radio? And then we look it up, and it turns out that it's like 70% of people in the US still listen to the radio fairly frequently. And he was like, yeah, I still listen to the radio in my car, even though I have Bluetooth. And I'm like, why? And he's like, A, I don't have to hook up my Bluetooth. It's super easy. And B, you get like local news and weather and stuff. And I'm like, dude, true. It's like one of the last sources for just like a little bit of a local news bite. Whereas if you tried to get that shit on Facebook, you'd end up figuring out who's controlling the weather. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you go on Facebook for your local news, you're going to end up thinking that they're like shipping children through the Pizza Hut. Whereas the radio still got that sauce. Guys, how long do you think until like the public transit department of Los Angeles comes out with like a parody that's like, ba 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 ba, we ride the bus, we ride the bus, we ride the bus, dun, 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 you know, and that's like the whitest dude you've ever seen. Wait, when's the last time Weird Al dropped an album for us? What's he doing these days? Deja Vu, but worse. Released July 1st, 2024. Is that AI Biden? I think it might be recordings. I like his voice. You guys ever listen to a song and you're like, oh, I don't like the feelings. Fantastic song, can't do it. This Weird Al guy might have a future. He might. Do you use Twitch lingo in real life? I try to avoid it. But because I've been streaming for over 3 years now, or close to it, it's pretty hardwired in there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have dropped a pog in front of someone before. I've dropped a K-Kona, but for the most part, I am getting better because I actually read books, which is something I hadn't done for years, and I'm just slowly trying to get back into it because I realized about a year ago that I had only really put information into my brain that was about video games. Which is fine, but I'm the type of person who likes to claim that he has an opinion on things in the world, and to have that, I feel like you should have more of an onus to have knowledge than like knowing good movement tech in Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Like maybe if you've only played COD for the last decade, it shouldn't be surprising that you have shit political opinions if you haven't read a fucking book. And so I'm like, I don't want to become that guy. So I'm starting to read stuff. It's kind of like saying lol instead of just laughing. I've been dropping that one since before I started streaming, and I don't know why. I don't like the way it sounds, but I will drop the occasional lol. Do you guys want to see a hilarious tweet I screenshotted when I started streaming? Oh, a little bit after. In high school, my physics teacher asked me to figure out how many seconds were in a year. I solved it by multiplying 525,600 by 60, to which my teacher responded, why is that something you know off the top of your head? Okay. Funny tweet. Theater kids. Person below it. I'm lost here. 365 days, 60 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. Is there anyone over age 10 who doesn't know those values by heart? Piper, it's you. There's 24 hours in a... Where are you getting 60 hours from, Piper? Is there anyone over age 10 who doesn't know those values by heart and doesn't know how to answer the question with basic multiplication? 60 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds, 365 days. A, you're a fucking technicality Terry. Nobody fucking cares. B, you don't even know it, man.